Talib. This is Real Life TV podcast. Everyone introduce yourselves.
I'm Dean Marshall 100, Real Life TV UK.
I'm Nisi Styles.
I'm Abdul.
I'm Pinky. So I think starting off old school is built around just respect.
Definitely.
That's kind of
morals and principles.
Morals. But nowadays it's not only that, it's a lot more than that. Do you know what I mean? That's the source of it, but nowadays we kind of...
Would you say nowadays is lack of respect?
I feel like nowadays a lot of people lack morals and principles and respect, and even respect for themselves and other. Do you know what I mean? Respecting a lot, to be honest.
Because there's new things happening, so they're the new schools basically formed up a new moral or new morals, and they live by different rules, innit?
Yeah. What do you think makes the values change over years?
Different, being introduced to different things, isn't it?
It's different trends, isn't it? It's different trends, loads of different things going on in society, things that we might buy into. There's certain things that are trends. These things are done from years before or months before to be okay, let's recruit this target group or that target group that won't necessarily like it before, but now they're trying to, merge everyone together in certain.
So are you saying the new school values are the New Testament?
Yeah, kind of.
Basically, because you lot are just you lot are taking away the Old Testament.
I'm not involved.
Creating new rules to suit your new life.
No, I hear you.
Definitely.
So
I'm quite old school though, in a way. I like old school. I like everything.
So
old
do you
school,
agree with some of the new school rules? What are the new school rules?
You know
please?
what?
I'd like to know.
I was gonna say in terms of music, females used to like music which would just soothe them and make them feel nice and appreciated. But now it's different. They don't mind songs that are really
drill and
they don't mind it. And these are the things that are getting people killed and all that. They don't mind it, innit?
Don't you feel like people are losing morals? I don't know. Not even just the morals. I mean
love.
Basic values.
There's no love. There's no respect. There's no care for the next person.
Exactly.
Well,
if they don't love their self, how are they gonna love the next person? Do you know what I mean?
Definitely,
No, it's like people don't respect each other anymore. So you don't respect the other person's. That maybe the other person's going through something.
I feel like everyone's just angry as well, man. There's so much things going on in society that's affecting us in different ways, and everyone's just angry now, innit? Literally.
A lot of people these days, it's just it's trying to be a sheep and shit, and they want. It's almost like you want other people's approval. Do you know what I'm saying? Earlier I was talking about wearing fake designers and shit like that, because I don't give a shit, because I ain't trying to be a sheep. But it's if I want to do that, that's for myself. If I was, with my fucking Versace, that's because I want to wear that. It's not because look at me, this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
It's nothing to do with
the same attitude I have in Primark is the same attitude I'll have in full design. Literally, do you know what I mean? So
Definitely.
Do you guys think that culture has a part to play in values as well?
Definitely.
So I'm from a black culture. So what I'm saying is the black culture values that we had, say,
black culture. Can you say that? Because you know that you got African.
All right,
culture,
African culture. I'm from a culture that is Brixton. Then.
Brixton culture.
I'm from ghetto life. So all the ghetto life out there, you know the thing, innit? But what I'm trying to say to you, do you think our culture that we've grown up on? I don't know how you lot have grown up, but the culture of the old school people that was in England. From all different walks of life, Jamaica and whatever not. When we come over here with our values that our parents and our forefathers taught us, do you think they've changed a lot?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, stuff that you get.
The values have changed.
The values have changed.
Definitely.
The government, you're a government baby because at the end of the day, we get government. Obviously. Right then, what I mean by that, none of us. Well, I don't know about you lot, but my mother, when I come out of my mother, she never got bought a house by my father or anything like that. The council gave my mum gave my mum the house, and then when my mum wasn't working, she had to go to the government to get government cheese to feed our family and get family allowance and that. So the government put my clothes on my back and paid for my school. And when I fell over, I went to the government doctor and all these things. So you're a government baby, brethren, whether you like it or not. You understand? So that's what I mean by that. Because there's not many fathers that have stepped in because it was a hard time for them. They probably got into a situation that they didn't even want to get in. Some fathers out here, and they didn't really have thinking about looking after no youths.
So the government has made some women's values change as well, though, isn't it?
Definitely, though. Definitely.
It made a lot of people's values change.
Yes, it's not just women; it's the whole thing.
It made a lot of people's values, and like
a lot of
you were saying
things.
before about different. Sorry,
Yeah.
So people come from different cultures.
Yeah.
Like in African cultures, in West Indian cultures. Where you from? Where your parents from?
My dad's Chilean, my mum's Greek.
Okay, so you got different kind of cultures all together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So, but then at home, yeah, in your country, in Greek or in Chile, you can imagine how they live their life compared to here. It's completely different. Everyone gets up in the morning, cooks, washes meat. Girls are learning how to cook from early. Men are learning how to do things from early. It's still like that now.
Still, my nan's always on cooking. That's how I've been brought up in my nan's household and stuff. My mum's side of the family. My dad is more like English and this and that, but when I was younger, I used to get a wooden spoon from my nan. Nowadays, that was on my dad's side of the family. Like, they do not touch you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the way they've been brought up because he's come from like a very high class kind of posh background as well. Do you know what I mean? Whereas my nan would just beat the shit out of me if I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. Oh no, fuck the naughty stuff. Getting a fucking wooden spoon. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. But
Even the wooden spoon ain't punishment. You
couldn't sit around the table and clap your mouth in my house. Like, sit upright, sit properly, eat, and don't make up noise.
So it's
be seen and not heard. Yeah, but it's militant.
literally.
But I love my mum.
But it prepares you and it's prepared him for the future. I know his family and I know him, and he's a perfect gentleman. Do you know what I'm saying? This man is a perfect gentleman. So
he can now
like them
teach
kind
his
of
children.
values, he does. That's what I'm saying.
His
He's a
children
perfect
might grow
gentleman.
up with not well with around the friends that they're mixing with.
Those
They might not have the same
those kind of
values.
values made him the man today. What his mum taught him. You understand what I'm saying? So
Do you feel like the diverse cultures that we have in London made the values get lost, or do you feel like
No, not at all.
or do you feel it added
Because
value?
I think the values from all these cultures and all these different countries, if you go back to their house, and when I say home, I mean their country, and if you look at the grandparents and the parents
their
under
values
them,
ain't like that.
their values are the same. And they tried to come to England with the values. The problem is
the Western world.
That's the Western world.
The
and
Western world
millennials
gives them
and what
that
they've been
value.
taught.
So would we go as far as to say the values back home haven't been lost or haven't been changed from the young?
The values back home haven't been lost. It's the
not
people
lost.
that come over here, they get lost.
Exactly.
They get lost in the source.
If we spoke to an elder back home, they'd still say that the youngers, the younger people, have
At
lost
home
their values.
have lost their values too. I believe.
Okay. But I'm saying they've been influenced. They've been influenced by the culture of Western's culture. So what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's all about this Western world culture. It's like we haven't even got our own culture. We once upon a time when I was growing up, we used to listen to Smiley culture, Tipper Irie. That's my culture. Yeah, that's Saxon, Coxon, and then it went to jungle, and then it went to whatever it went to. Do you get what I'm saying? Garage and it's different music's just it's generations of generations. Yeah. But what my point is that was a culture, innit? It wasn't just. It wasn't just about music. It was a time. It was them days were racist. Music made people come together. People were taking drugs, so the white man had to work with the black man if he wanted a bit of weed or a bit of crack or whatever needed to be going down. So that's the culture made racism stop in this country, basically. So values.
In terms of media, so worldwide, do you feel like the media has been the one to...
Yeah, the media's played the people. It's the government.
I think media and government and the law.
Controls everything.
The media and
Also the
government.
law, because the law works with the government.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like we can implement something, and then we're using the media, we can concrete it.
And the companies work with
Do
the
you know what I mean?
government. The big
100%.
companies work with the government. They have to because they've got their own law in it. That's like people like Primark and all these companies. They all sit down with the law system and create new laws. It's to benefit companies in the future.
Well, even today, I was listening to the news today, and they're talking about a law that they want to change with people that are going on strike. Yeah, so that means if people go on strike, well, no, they want to change the law so that if you work for an ambulance or the fire engine or the police or anyone like that, you're not allowed to go on strike. But what you're doing, you're taking away the person's rights by doing that, because this isn't slavery. I've got the right to say my labour is not being used because it's not slavery. But so that means the value system has changed. Because the government is trying to change it because their value, because in order just for it to work for them, their value system has changed. So they'll implement a law and then the whole values change, and then I don't know, 20 generations down the line, going on strike doesn't mean anything. Do you know what I mean? So look at that, for example.
It waters things down. It waters what they do. They dilute our thing.
That's right.
And once you're diluted, it's hard to get it pure again, isn't it?
That's right.
So hopefully, these little things that we're doing now, talking to the youngsters, and we're finding out how they think, and now we're giving them a little dower from us saying how we think. This is what should be helping the community, because if these lot are listening, hopefully people out there that are watching the show.
Grown.
Sorry, no, but I'm just saying you're still young. I'm an old man, you know. I don't even want to speak my age because I'm Benjamin Button. You get what I'm saying to you? I'm Benjamin Button. I get younger and younger. But at the end of the day now, like,
if you're from a West Indian culture, yeah, on Saturday morning, what did you smell cooking?
Maybe ackee and saltfish or something in the morning.
Alright.
little planting or something.
Yeah. Sunday, you can always smell thyme in the air, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Some of these kids ain't seeing that. They just smell chicken nuggets in the oven. And
Yeah.
that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, that's how much we've diluted our thing. Do you know what I mean? It's different. Every Saturday, there used to always be soup in my house. I don't know. I can always remember soup being on Saturday. Rice and peas on Sunday. Monday, rice and peas from Sunday. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah? You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. That was our culture. That's what I know. Do you know what I mean? And when you go to Jamaica, you hear them still talking the same thing and still doing the same thing. There's other things that, like you said, that they've lost as well. But again, it's westernized.
It's westernized culture.
Influences.
It's influence,
Do you know
isn't
what I mean?
it?
It's
Like
influences.
it's heavy.
Capitalism.
Money's
the
the
McDonald's
Nike,
lifestyle. Do you understand what I'm saying?
the Giuseppe, the red bottoms. It's not nothing to do with us. That's all Italian and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
But
it's,
these people wouldn't.
most people that wear that
That
stuff
are
are
buying
black.
into it.
They're black.
Exactly.
It's mostly
Because,
our culture that is making it
Definitely.
exist today.
Do you feel like people that do have values and exercise good values are highlighted?
No, of course not. They highlight the big spenders because that's what they want us to be.
Exactly.
It's all about.
And then you will
It's all
rock
about
your,
making
like I
us
said,
consumers.
you'll do anything
That's
for
all
that.
it is. It's about making man consumers.
And then you're buying into that market.
Yeah, but our culture is the biggest consumers out here.
Definitely.
We buy cars. Look at Floyd Mayweather. He buys the most expensivest watch in the world. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Why not?
No, I'm just saying he didn't have to. I know he can, and I know fair play to him. It's motivation and boom. I'm not, but I'm just saying he didn't have to. There's the Bill Gates didn't do it. There's loads of people that we can name that are white and they're multi-billionaires.
That's because they're investing in other
No, that's
things.
probably because they own that watch that they sold to Mayweather. That's what I'm trying to say. Mayweather could have made his own watch and made billions of pounds from his own watch.
Exactly.
Billions of pounds of what he does. You know that? My thing is, I think that we critique.
No, I'm just saying we're consumers.
No, I hear
That's
that.
what I
I
was
don't think
saying.
I think everyone's consumers because, like I say to you, I just don't think other people, not every culture's question on their consuming as much as us.
Yeah, but that's
It's what you consume as well.
Do we value each other?
No.
See, we're going back to values because if we valued each other, guess what? Yeah, I've got a clothing line and I sell baseball caps. Yeah, and
Don't buy Gucci,
You
buy
don't
his.
You don't buy from me. You buy Gucci. You buy this, and you walk past me every day, and you don't support my thing. Yeah,
Is your thing is nice?
I don't.
Ah,
This is hypothetical. I don't so. It doesn't even hypothetical.
is your team fantastic?
Give me a couple weeks.
Oh no!
Give me a couple weeks. And I'll be advertising.
I know when people come with the same point.
Is it drip? Is it drip? Is it drip? Is it the drip?
Is it the gym?
You say that, but come on. We come from a generation where there's style, and we know style, innit? Like we get to know. So there's things that we get. No, but you say that. I'm telling you, it's not style until you rock it. You're a trendsetter. You be a trendsetter. You be the guy that. Well, you know what? Yeah, I set trends in.
Yeah.
You're a leader.
If you're that person, if you're that person, you don't care, innit?
Definitely.
Yeah, you don't care. But you set the trend.
But how you market yourself, yeah? And when somebody sees you wearing something, they're gonna be like, "Raw, maybe I want to do it." But look, you like he's just said, yeah, raw is your one.
Drippy.
Yeah, but guess what though, bro? A lot of the things now really ain't they ain't really drippy. But look, you understand? No, I'm not saying I'm saying I don't sell anything. You're right. Say what you want. No, don't ever say that. No, but what I'm saying is, yeah. No, yeah, bro. People just wear stuff because they hear is expensive. Yeah, a lot of people wear it because it's expensive, and they want to be looked at.
You want to live that expensive.
And that's got a reputation anyway, whether it's expensive or not expensive.
I get you, but guess what? But guess what? That's where you're losing the value of supporting your people. Because we're not growing. We're all at a different class. It's not even about race or anything like that. I'm just saying we're all at a certain class. Yeah, we're all coming up in the same place. We're all struggling the same way. We're all paying the same rent. We're all struggling to do the same thing and struggling to get somewhere. But guess what? Back in the days when there was value, when I used to have sheep, and you used to have goats. If I wanted a goat, guess what? I'm coming to link you, and we're gonna swap. And guess what? You got pumpkin, and I need some pumpkin as well. And guess what? You got bartering system. That's value. We're supporting each other.
Is expensive value?
Because what it does is it takes. No, it's not that it's expensive. It's that it takes the little man out of the picture.
It's more controlling. Westernized. The westernized. The westernized is controlled. It's just like in Brixton right now. We used to have Brixton Market and all that stuff now. All the little market traders can't keep up with the flannels and the Foot Lockers and the H&M's. So they're getting all moved out because it's too expensive. They can't keep up. Sweet shops have to close down because they got Tesco's. Tesco's, it's all controlled. It's that's what it's based on. They open up loads of companies that have got more money than what we have, more solicitors than what we have, and they just push us people out of business. So we have to be consumers. We have to be consumers. That's why I'm saying when we cannot be consumers and get to that level like billionaire status, we need to create more companies for ourselves so people can be buying our shit.
Think about why they're
That's all I was saying.
Because they're doing everything together.
You know what I'm saying?
I rate Mayweather. I'm Team Mayweather all day. Mayweather, if you're out there watching this, I will knock grounds in you out. I swear down. I am Team Mayweather. Yeah? Okay. No homo as
I was saying, come back to your clothing brand thing, innit? It's like, you're saying it's like if your mates don't get that, if they're rocking all the Gucci or Versace, whatever the fuck it is, you know, it's like, for me, I would do that if you were like my boy and that, or my girl, whatever, like, I'm doing that because I value you. Do you get me?
Just for the sake of your doing it.
It depends on how materialistic you are. Well, I'm not materialistic at all, innit? My brother, on the other hand, we're the polar fucking opposite. Like, he does not leave the house without like fresh fucking designer clothing
all the time,
because he cares what people think about him too much. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that means he don't value himself.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He values
other people's opinions.
He would not wear it simply because nobody else is wearing it. So you're not valuing your boy. You're not valuing yourself. Who the fuck are you valuing? Do you know what I'm saying? That's why this whole generation is fucked up. That's why people like need to like be open-minded, be a leader. This is the thing people are saying to me, like, I'm a leader, I'm not a sheep, but you're saying that you're following other people.
Following everyone else. That's right. 100%.
I feel like if you're a leader, you don't need to tell people you're a leader. Your presence, your everything, it will
what you do.
Yeah, exactly. What you do, your whole demeanour, will stand for itself.
I feel like, I feel like a lot of these young people, they ain't even left this place, innit? They ain't left this place for them to know what it is like to be outside of here. You understand? So if they leave here, then they're gonna value life even more because they're gonna see people that have different things that they you understand? And then obviously they will appreciate life more because they have more than the people that they're gonna be seeing. Yeah? And so they're gonna appreciate the little that they have when they come back here, you understand? So I see it.
It depends what you got in it. It's like everyone's perspective is different, innit? So if everyone had my perspective, no one would be giving a fuck about what they're wearing, how they look. I fully come here in my fucking onesie today, but you know, do you know what I mean? I felt like just now I got a date later, innit? So that's why. But I had to look a bit good, innit? But no, do you know what I'm saying? But no, for real, I couldn't. Like, this is why people should not give a shit about like materialism, because that's kind of where it comes down to. Like, respect and shit is nothing to do with what you're wearing, this and that. Do you know what I'm saying? That comes back to like you know, if I wanted to rock like a fucking short skirt and a crop top right now, and people are saying, "Oh, you're not valuing yourself. You're looking like a scared. You're asking for it." Like, no, I can wear what the fuck I want because I want to do this. I'm not doing this for you. If I was doing this for you, I wouldn't be valuing it. It comes back to not valuing yourself. Do you get me? Like, it's
but then it kind of depends how you look at that, because you can kind of be insecure in a way and then want to show off yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Confidence and
attention.
You know what I mean?
100%. It can work two ways.
It depends on how you look at it.
So do you think like the values of the younger generation of like yous lot today, of like when it comes to like the Instagram, for instance, and all that? Do you think that's helping you?
Not at all.
For me, I'm like I
You know,
said
like the social
already,
media stuff.
I'm very old school.
Snapchat.
I hardly go
Is
on
it helping?
socials and all of these things. You know what I mean?
I think that's fucked this generation to a different level. Like when I have, on my Instagram, I post my shit whenever I want to post it. It's like an art gallery to me. Do you know what I mean? My mate turned around to me once and she's like, "Oh, why are you posting it at this time?"
Yeah, it's all about the timing and
So I was like, "What do you mean? I don't give a fuck about that. I'm posting it because I want to post it. I'm not posting it to so and so can like my shit so I can get this amount of comments. So I can give a fuck."
But you know what it is, yeah? That's because some people, when they look at it, is
They do it for the likes.
Yeah,
not
some
for the
exactly.
love.
So for
Chronics.
them,
Big boy tune. Do it for the love, then I do it for the likes. Crazy.
no, but it's true though, isn't it? But like some people, the way that they get happy because you like their thing, that's like you paying them.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So when they jump on Instagram, they can't wait until they see the likes and
Until
that.
they
They're
see
like,
their approval.
then what? How come this person didn't like it? You understand? And all of that. They waiting for that.
Do you think being broke gives you more values?
100%.
Yeah, it does.
I think 100%.
It does.
100%.
Because you appreciate the money more.
You appreciate what
It's true.
you appreciate the smallest thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
it's not a big thing. Like like I'm saying, you appreciate being able to go to. I'm gonna go to the park. I'm gonna take my daughter to the park. Just watch her play.
Exactly.
I appreciate that.
You
Do you know
appreciate
what I
the
mean?
minor things.
That's a minor. Right, if your mindset's always on money and this and that and everything else. I'm not saying don't get money. We need it to survive. Don't get it
Yeah,
twisted.
when you do get it, you don't pay attention to what to do with it.
You don't-
But when you haven't got it, you
plan.
You plan. You take your
That's-
time.
Do you know how I have this conversation all the time, you know? You plan. Listen, when you don't have no money, you're like, well, when I get this money, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get that, and that's going to help me to do this, and then I'm going to build up and do that. And then, when you get the money, you spend it on rubbish, and you
And then you
forget
remember-
the things that you... And then just when you get to your last piece, little change, you
when you
say,
remember,
bro,
yeah.
I was supposed to... Yeah. That's why you got to write things down. Do you know? Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like this is good because somebody might be thinking like, "Rah, what happens to my money and that?" And then this is gonna show them, "Rah, this is what happens." You're thinking about something, you're planning for it, and then later on, when you're on your last bread, that's when you realize, "Rah, this is what you plan for." You understand? And Instagram and all of them things, social media has made me see, "Rah, some people think like me as well." Yeah, so, it's open, so it's got its benefits. Yeah, so it showed me, "Rah, like these guys are just they're just celebrities. They're just known to people."
Yes.
Yeah. So man values them and devalue them enough for man to know, "Rah, I should appreciate myself more." You understand? I can do better than them if I wanted to, or I can do better than what I'm doing right now. So it has benefited man in a certain way. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Before I used to care about likes. Yeah, you understand. But some people might be thinking. Some people might be saying, "Right, they didn't care about the likes." Yeah,
You have to come from that point to realise.
What was your question again? Does it
Does brokenness give you more value? Being broke.
well, not really. It depends on the individual, innit? If I know some people, if you're broke, you lose all your values. You're ready to rob your granny. You're ready. Do you know what I mean? You're ready to do
I think it's a
loads.
class system in
But
how
at
your
the
mind
same
works.
time-
You know, like how you're built, innit? You know, like the values what your parents give to you. Because there's man out here that are still rolled and they come from craziness, but because they come from a good home
They
and
won't
good
do
mummy,
certain
they
things.
wouldn't thief from their brethren. They might go and thief from that man over there,
morals.
but they're not gonna come in
They
your
got their
house and
values.
thief.
They got their
You
values.
see me?
You know what
So,
I mean?
like when it's like that, it's okay.
It's a good
But
point that she makes. It's-
definitely,
there's
it
a
can go
50-50
both
on
ways.
it. Yeah. it
Yeah.
can go both ways. Yeah.
You're right, because have you ever looked at it like this? Because you see what you was, I don't know if you was going to touch on this here, but this is where I felt like he was going to go, because it's something I thought about. You see, alright, you come from a poor background here and you build yourself up here, and then you lose it. So you know what you do? You start again. You know why? Because you can do it. You come from a rich background with lots of money and got everything here, you lose it. What do? Commit suicide. So coming from a place here where you have nothing has made you know that you can build yourself up and get something.
But if you've never had,
But if you've always just had it,
yeah,
when you lose it, you're like, what am I gonna do?
yeah.
Do you know? Do you know what I mean? It's so
That's why there'll be more people begging in poor areas than richer areas.
yeah.
So because they know that they can actually, these people will sympathise with them more than in these rich
They
areas.
can understand it.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
True. Yeah. So, but again, we're saying if we put someone in a predicament where the guy he had good values when he was broke, then he made some money,
Some people
and
lose
then-
themselves though.
Yeah, so you see within that transition there, would people say that the reasons that people say that the guy lost himself, are they valid? If in terms of like if the guy just started buying designer clothes now because he's got the money.
It's not even about designer clothes, you know.
I'm just giving you an example. Yeah, it's
I
not
just,
about
I
designer
just, I
clothes.
just got a feeling that his values, his true values have now come up. His true self, who he really is,
What about
is really there.
But what about if people treated him different when he started wearing the different things and that? So I'm not saying it's good with values stuff. It's still rubbish values, but I'm saying the treatment that people get. You know, we're still in a world where we want to be accepted. We're still human and blah blah blah. So the fact that you get different treatment from people wearing different things, appearing to have more money.
But ain't that them being
I feel
shallow?
like it depends.
Ain't that
Exactly. I was
them
gonna
being
say it
shallow?
depends on
Whatever
your
they're
mindset.
looking at me, it doesn't matter if I'm in Louis or whatever. So what? That's just because I
Trust
wear
me.
it. It doesn't mean that you must think that you're my brethren and we can be cool just because I'm
because-
wearing
No,
Louis.
you're right. I'm just saying
So,
that what do we?
that's-
what
they
do-
are
what do
very
we-
shallow
what do we feel
people.
about the effects of that side as well.
Yeah, it's good that people are appreciating your swag, but begging my friend because of my swag is very shallow.
100%.
And I wouldn't really want them people to be
Who
my
you
friend.
can't be my friend.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
They're showing their true colours.
Yeah.
Straight
Like
away.
what he just said,
But
people's
I'm
colours.
saying, can you say you've never been affected by that? That's the thing. Like, can we all say that we've never been affected by?
Yeah, of course, it's life. It's
I used to be, but
We live and we learn.
that was a very long time ago.
You make
right?
mistakes and
Live
you
and you
try
learn.
not to make them
You live and you
again.
learn. But then when you come to a place of knowing, you gotta check yourself because, like I'm saying, someone might pretend to be like this or like that, and then when they get the money, there's things I could talk about I can't even go into. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
bro?
of course.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, like, bro, we're all here now, and we all got some money, and we share it out together. And we've all got, and we're happy now. We're all smiling. But guess what? Yeah,
man's still gonna be jealous,
I'm a
man.
serpent, innit? So I'm like, one for you, 1, 2 for me, 2 for you, 1, 2, 3 for you. You're
Yes.
like, well, hold on, or maybe I just disappear with it all. And my true colours
Come out.
have come out because that means I didn't care about you. That's the problem. That's the value that.
And you know what? There's a valuable lesson in that.
And this
yeah?
is what I'm saying.
Because
I've kind of come across
you think that
something
you're
like
taking an
recently,
L,
that's how I put it
but
up.
you've learned. You have got an L because you've learned. You're always gonna win in situations like that because it just shows you that you shouldn't have been around them kind of
in
people.
the first place.
Exactly.
So you
Both
went-
ways
yeah,
round.
yeah,
Exactly, and
Yeah, but I'm
that's
saying,
it.
lesson.
you learn you have to
Yeah.
learn the lesson
One
from it,
lesson.
though, innit?
That's
You
it,
know what I mean?
man.
So
That's
you're
the first
friends
thing
with
though,
the
innit? What was you gonna say though? What was you gonna say?
Yeah, basically, I was gonna say like I've known someone for a very long time, and they basically robbed me for like a little chicken change, yeah. And it's like,
If someone could do it.
how do I do this? Do you know what I mean? Should I feel sorry for this
No,
person?
you need to progress.
Or do I just like, or do I like
No, you
mash back
progress.
and be like,
Shall I tell you
do
why?
you know what I mean?
You see
Like,
the way you see the
who
more you
knows?
no, you see the more you progress.
This is personal,
You see
innit?
the
Do
more
you know
you
what I mean?
progress, it hurts them.
That's what-
Exactly,
that's right,
do I
that's right.
level up?
You don't need to worry about
And
them.
that's
need to
what,
worry about
what
it. If
the
it was-
L
if it was
wasn't
petty-
even,
if
it
was
wasn't,
petty- if
it was petty,
then
man.
all you do is bet
Just
yourself.
stay away from them.
And now they've lost the best of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you understand what I'm
They
saying?
took the
They're
L.
gonna miss the
Yeah,
best
no,
of you.
literally,
You
it's
know what I mean?
true,
You
it's
know
true.
you've been violated,
But
and
it's
you
sad
feel
though,
sorry
this is
for
what I'm
someone, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's even sadder for them in a minute.
like, it's cheeky,
Yeah, but I'm saying
and you
it's
know
sadder for
this
them.
person for a long time,
But
bro.
it's
You
gonna
know
be-
what I mean?
you're
It's
winning.
sad.
You're winning. You're winning because that person ain't in your life.
Literally, it is
Yo,
true.
you feel what I'm saying?
In terms of your reaction,
Yeah.
it's like, did you need to? And you're acting funny on top of it.
Yeah.
So the only reason you know she was robbing you because she acted funny on top of it. Yeah. So you're like, oh shit, off of that. You know you're in a good place in your life when you actually feel sorry for someone before you actually attack them.
Yeah,
That
literally.
shows you where you
This
are in your life.
exactly.
You know what I'm
This is what I'm saying. So it's an eye opener still.
People just miss the best of. People just lose out on the best of you, innit? Like, I can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Yeah. And if you deal with me a certain way, then I don't need to. Some things, if it's petty, why do I need to get upset? You know what? I just lock you off, innit? You're gonna miss the best of me.
Exactly.
The people that care about me
It
is gonna get the
shows
best of
your
me. innit?
value.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
obviously, you
know
want
what I mean?
certain
Yeah.
people that hold certain values in your life, innit? Do you
That's
know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's
So
right.
you've
And
won.
they need exactly. It's
So
true.
you never know what you have until it's gone. So that's what you
Literally,
make.
if you're watching
That's
this.
right. That's right.
God no, you little blood clot. You now come back. Zin? Alright.
No, that is funny.
What do you think the things that we can implement in the future in 2020 to add values back into the community?
Value our parents more. Listen to your parents' children.
100%.
But value your children more as well.
Value
Yeah,
your
but
children
exactly.
more.
Value your family.
Value
Yeah,
Value-
things that do
value
actually
our
matter.
community.
You understand?
Who teaches you?
Yeah.
You understand?
Value real ones in your life as well. Like you
Yeah.
know, like sometimes you get people in your life that treat you bad, and you're
How
around
would you
them
value your
more.
parents more though as well? How would you value your children more?
Time.
Okay, give them time.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Everyone said
Life
time,
is
though,
short.
that's
Yeah,
good.
because that's what it is. Because life is short.
Time is the master.
Yeah. And
Literally.
you need to give people their flowers
Yeah.
while they're here.
Yeah.
Don't come to my funeral and put
And
my
then
flowers
feel
down and say, yeah, man,
just
this is
'cause I
great."
don't
No.
want it.
Do with me now when I'm here.
Hold on, hold
You
on.
as a person, feel with your people the same.
Hold
You
on.
see them
like,
flowers
just go
there as
check
soon
your
as
mum,
they
check
touch
your
the
grandmother.
grave. Like,
Yo,
shrivel up, come, it's
I
all
like to
there.
say rest in peace to Dylan, and rest in peace to Weng Weng, two fallen soldiers that we've lost like lately. So just rest in peace to the man them.
There's been a lot
You know
of
what I
that
mean?
time
Yes,
lately as well.
it's been going down. But yeah, love you lot, and rest in peace to all the families out there that have lost someone close to them. Like, just stay up, keep strong in it. Like, rest in peace. Shout out to the family, Weng Weng's family, and all of them lot. Just stay strong in it. Yeah. But
And
yeah,
you know
man.
what, you're right. As you're on that, is every time we do lose someone, that we get like a burst, of values.
Exactly.
Vanya,
And then it goes
rest in
on
peace,
the
Vanya as
road.
well. Rest in peace, Vanya. Rest in peace, Elliot as well.
But it depends on
Well,
how
no,
you.
no,
There's
it's-
certain,
no, it's
there's
not
different
saying-
people, man,
No,
that
but
will
you're right.
exercise that and do
But I'm saying,
certain
we get that
things
burst of
differently.
value. Not all of us, but like I'm saying, we go back into our old ways. Like
That's
when
what
we
I'm
lose
saying.
people, it's like, right, we start appreciating everyone.
Yeah,
How we should.
literally.
And
For
then a couple
only a
weeks
little
later-
while, though.
A couple
Literally.
weeks later, it's changed.
That's what I'm saying.
Couple months later, couple weeks later, it's changed.
But then I feel like this is supposed to teach us that life, you have to, what's it called?
Appreciate.
Yeah, appreciate.
And appreciate
No one.
appreciate
I feel like
people
live
that
for
are
no one.
good for you.
Like I said, I feel like the biggest problem with values is that we've lost the value to have compassion for each other.
Yes.
Literally.
So because we don't have compassion for each other, we don't check for each other.
Yes.
We don't care about each other. I don't business what's happening with you, but I'm leaving. That's me. Right later.
Yeah, I'm focusing
You
on
know what I mean?
myself. I'm not gonna let that's then the attitude of everyone around me. Then like
No,
I'm focusing on myself.
Like, coming into 2020 and that word, like, I think genuinely, like, what this conversation kept coming back to in the last, like, 40 minutes or so, is like, it's relating to money and clothing and this and that. That's what
Exactly.
this generation is, like, valuing
And-
more
and this-
than, like, friendship,
literally.
respect,
That's right.
like, morals,
That's
all of
right.
that shit. And
That's
that
right.
is, like, those are the shit that you need to value. Not
Literally,
just
not-
clothing, shoes,
I'm
fucking
telling
who's
you.
wearing what, do you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like,
Trust me.
yeah, just be less
Yeah,
materialistic.
so-
You come into this world with nothing, you leave with nothing.
The whole
So,
world,
yeah, like,
everything's
Yeah, that's
materialistic.
That's
Like everything boils down to materialism.
Let's keep going on a
Spreading love.
Yeah, how can we
Always show love as well. Always show love.
Love, yeah.
Love is
Literally.
important.
That's
You know,
most-
and don't
Do
think you're
things
better than
like
the next
literally.
person. Don't think you're better than the next person, man.
And that's another thing, you know. You see, what I remember another thing my mum said to me as well. I love my mum, you know, blood. Yeah, she said to me, "Right,
Value yourself.
You're
though.
you're not better than anyone,
No.
but nobody
Is
It's better than you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So either which way, well, that means push to do the best.
And therefore, you
No one's
already
better
know
than you.
you're not in no competition
Yeah,
with
yeah,
no
yeah,
one.
yeah. No one's better than
And
you.
now everyone's in competition with
Exactly.
each other these days. Like,
No, but competitiveness,
yeah,
being
it's good. It's
competitive
always good.
No,
is not
Definitely.
is not bad.
That's fine.
But what I'm
That's
trying to
not-
say,
but-
Yeah.
that's fine.
be it spreading horribleness and
Yeah,
being,
exactly.
being nasty
But
and
that
all
can
that.
all then stem into jealousy and all
Drop
of
me
that
out
because you
with all
can't
of
get
that.
all
You
of
know
that.
what I mean?
though.
We don't need none of that. Yeah. Love.
See,
That's-
those things that she just said are the things that breed the worst things.
Yes, definitely.
Jealousy,
Literally.
envy, hate.
I'm telling
like,
you.
raw. Like, just do you. Like, be
And
happy
most
for
of the
next
time
person.
it's because of materialistic things. This is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I think, hold on.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Go on.
No, ladies first, Pinky.
Genuinely
That's what I was gonna say. No, but obviously, I forgot what I was gonna say as well. So obviously, you going.
Well, you know, just as I said, yeah, there's the values that you're going to be learning in life is to like treat each other with a bit of respect.
Definitely.
You know, make sure you got love for thy neighbour. Do you know what I'm saying? And just don't really watch nobody, innit? Don't just because
Be the
he's
best
got
that
that,
you can
all
be.
that. Just do
Learn
you.
as much as you can do, and teach what you've learnt to the next
Some
person.
people-
Innit? Do you know what I mean? It's
Some
always
people
about that as well.
literally think when you say love your neighbour is just like the person next door. No, people that we're sharing this earth with.
That's
You
right.
understand?
That's right.
So like value people in order for you to get that back, but also love yourself, and then to know whether you're giving too much love and
or you're not. That's right. Come here, my brother. You see what you just said? 100%.
Brilliant.
Bang on. That's what it is.
so true.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'll tell you what I live by, is like, do what you want if it makes you happy, as long as you ain't hurting no one. As long as you ain't hurting no one, surround yourself with positivity.
Yeah, literally,
all that
man.
kind of energy, and you'll know it's right, innit? You're not. This is the thing. I believe you're putting this planet not just with this fucking.
Yeah, and the
hearing,
ego as
seeing.
well.
You got your
Done all
fucking
the
energy,
ego
like,
stuff. Because there's a lot of ego stuff going on where brothers are going out for a little rave and they're not even on an ego trip, and guys are in their ego tripping, and it's got no money in it, and you're trying to do mad stuff
for
that
the
can bring you
next man,
mad
so it
time.
looks
Do
good.
you know what I'm saying?
You notice over the years, stugging doesn't work.
No,
No,
doesn't.
but I'm just saying,
Even
ego.
even,
No,
if,
but
even if it's not fake, like if someone just came through with a Ferrari, people would be like,
yeah,
1
but
second and turn away. It's not like back in the day where.
Do you know why? Because everything
chain
is
spinning and
accessible.
shit.
It's more accessible
People
these
used to
days.
do that
You
shit.
can be like, bro, I can get that. Whereas
yeah,
back
but
in the day,
I was more talking
you're
about
trying
on
to
the
stuck in
violent
one
side.
place, innit?
Like
You're not
brothers
really
are getting
thinking
drunk,
beyond, but you're
and brothers
seeing
are getting
raw.
violent, and brothers are getting killed and
People
shit
are
like
dying
that
out.
over ego. It's not.
You're right,
It's
no,
not
I'm saying
good.
I feel like it's always been happening, but it's getting highlighted more
Yeah,
with
it's
the
getting
tools out
it's
there.
getting silly.
But I'm saying, like, you see, like, with it's everything, when it gets to a maximum, it has to get to a different place, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
That's why we're even having conversations
know
like
why,
this,
though?
and we're sharing the same opinions.
You know why what you just said is funny though? Because in their heads they're gonna turn around and say, "Oh, you just rented that."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It's everything's like you said,
yeah,
everything's
yeah.
accessible.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you rented that. Oh, you got deets.
Yeah.
It don't mean that.
This is
No, I mean,
important.
like,
All these youths out here, don't be impressing nobody for a life sentence. Because that's what's going on. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You're going to get a life sentence, or someone's going to come and kill you for what you just did.
Yeah.
So don't
And that's
be
the reverse.
impressing
And that's the
nobody
reverse of it.
for no
100.
life sentence. If you got to do what you do, got to do because that's within your heart. And that's what you believe that you're going to do.
And on the other
Hopefully
side,
you
you can
don't
work for
do
it,
that.
though.
But I'm saying,
On the other side,
don't
you
be
can
out
work
here
for
impressing
good
nobody.
stuff.
Don't
You
do
know,
that.
it's always a
It's
dialogue
long.
of people doing bad things to get good stuff, but you can actually work for it. You know, like, people forget to talk about that.
Do you understand? This is what I'm
But-
saying.
Do good stuff. Like, have
By
some
working
friends.
for it,
Yeah.
trust me.
Sometimes
And
you
you
gotta take yourself
appreciate
with
it
your
more.
environment.
Do you understand? Definitely.
But you know what it is man watches these movies, yeah, and we see what they're doing. They're showing us bad guys, yeah, and then what they're doing to get money. But obviously, we're thinking, raw. Maybe we just need to do it in a smarter way, or
100%.
you understand?
100%.
Maybe we might not get caught.
Well,
Yeah, and
what we need to do is just if you go on the internet, there's loads of big timers in this country, and they're black, all different kinds of colours. People like Charles Gordon and them kind of guys worth £50 million, and he's never sold no drugs or anything like that. There's loads of black people over here ready to sit down with you. If you're out there, just get in contact with them because they want to do business with you, lot. You know what I'm
Like you said,
saying?
the problem is what they only you don't take yourself out of your environment.
Yeah, that's
regularly.
what- yeah.
You're only seeing the same. What was you saying? Estates
Traveling,
and
yeah.
you saying it earlier, isn't it? Saying
Big up
estates
Jay
and
Passion as well, man.
You know what I mean?
But that's
And
why it's
projects
important
and
to
projects, that's all
venture
they're
out,
seeing.
man.
So you're not coming out of your own environment.
Yeah.
So it's an issue. So you're not learning anything. You're not going to learn anything new.
No,
but
definitely not.
if you take yourself out of your normal
Yeah,
environment,
blend in new circles that are
you
going to
don't
benefit
see
you.
what. Yeah,
But that's what
right.
they done though. They done closed communities, yeah, and man only knows my community. So when you leave, and your school's next to your community,
And the hero in your community
Yeah.
is the top drug dealer. So that's what
Yeah,
you
and
aspire
then,
to be. You can aspire to be more. There's so much more.
Literally, man.
There's so much more in this world. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You just have to have a look. We have
And
to.
I kind of found that out at a late age, you know? I mean, well, I won't say late, like in my teens, like, but at the same time, my son, he's 7 and he knows certain things. This boy's ready to start his business.
What
and that,
values
do you know
are you
what I
putting
mean?
into him?
That's because I'm putting him different values. Like, I'm doing certain things from early because I see how he's so intelligent in it. Do you know what I mean? He gets to do loads. So I know by the time he's like 15, when I was just finding out certain things, he would probably be taking off, like saying, "Mom, I'm going to business meetings and things." Do you know what I mean?
So look, as much as we're saying the values that we got and the younger generation that we almost said they didn't get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But we're giving
But
them more.
you-
There's
exactly.
different new values, and you know what? You know, like the fact that the guys never had dads around, even or better dads, even.
Yeah, now.
As an example.
Yeah,
You know, like,
because you got guys that have been through it, done it, wore the t-shirt, and now they've grown up. When they have their next child, they're like, right, or their grandchildren or whatever, they want to do good by
Sometimes
them.
you know what you
so
missed. You know what you missed out on, so you want to install better.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
So the youths of the next generation, it's looking good for us right now. The next generation's looking good. Hopefully this generation can sort themselves out. But the next generation, they're looking like they're gonna wipe the floor with you lots of little generation. I'm telling you.
You know what it is, yeah, because look,
I'm telling you, blood. There's some serious brothers about to arrive.
They barely play with. They don't play with toys. They play with like iPads and all of that. Yeah, watch your man's on YouTube watching and all the time. You understand? Watching things and getting knowledge from early.
Yeah, because you know, like if you're a parent now, you're gonna be like, nah, don't watch, no playing computer. I want you doing this. I want you doing. Like you got proper parents out here.
Not really, but then you're kind of closed-minded. You know, my son taught himself how to do sign language from A to Z when he was 3 years old. I had to go to his nursery and ask them if they teach. They said no, and he started teaching the kids. They even taught me. I couldn't believe it, and that's because he's literally
on the tablet.
No, the tablet's good. The tablet's good, but I'm saying it's what you got.
See what he's saying is he's right, because it's what you choose to do on that tablet. Because you can just sit down and play games.
You can just let him do whatever he wants.
But because he's looking
educational.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, exactly.
It's a different.
You're not gonna have him looking at YouTube just watching rubbish all day. So you giving him educational stuff.
He's now searching for more education
because he realizes he can learn from it.
So do you know what I mean? That's what it's about as well. Installing
I love
these
computer
type of
technology
things in your children and whatever things that we don't have, so it's not.
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it works one way. See the benefits that you're talking. That's brilliant.
That's brilliant.
But then there's 100%. But then
you got what's that thing called? Fortnite.
Oh
yeah.
That's taking over.
But you need a balance. Do you know what I mean? You need
that is crazy.
It kind of is.
But they give him money.
My nephew don't leave the yard. My nephew is in his room like that as soon as he comes from school. Fortnite, and he pays money on this stuff. To get to levels, you have to keep buying and all that. It's crazy.
So I said digital crack. But you know, the other day they actually, like you said, they had a competition on that the other day.
And the man won.
And then bare kids was. I think one of my son's friends. He said, yeah. He got £250. He got knocked out.
Big up all the gamers out there as well, man. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot going on. So the new generation are looking good. So big up to the
trust me, because there's money everywhere. There's ways to make peace from everything.
The gamer thing is looking like a new sport.
It's looking like a new sport. I went and watched England the other day, football, because I know somebody that plays for England, and when I mean that the England football squad are one of the best football teams I've ever seen in my life. When they get their little under 18s are crazy. They're crazy. So we're looking to take the World Cup soon. There's loads of things going on that these little young bucks ain't done in this generation. You understand? But in the next generation, the World Cup's ours. I guarantee you that. Understand? None of that Gary Lineker stuff. We nearly got there. Proper stuff. We're going back to when was it? 66 or what? When did we last win the World Cup?
When they're still getting on about it to this day.
66. George Best and those geezers. We've got new George Bests. And most of them are Nubian. So it's looking good. They got my man them.
So there's a ripple effect.
There's like what was said earlier, man. There's positive and negatives everywhere, innit? But you just have to look at the positive and push the positive.
Literally.
To do better. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
What kind of things do you think that we can implant in our communities, that activities that we can do together to bring more unity within our communities and our families? That haven't been going on since back in the day.
It's just about installing.
I'll tell you what I do like. I'm sorry to cut you.
Alright, go on. No, go ahead. No, go on.
I'll tell you what I do like, You know, in America, they always have these big family barbecues. Now, the reason why I think those things are important is because
togetherness.
Not only that, alright, Mosh, say when we was young, we used to break a biscuit together when we was broke. We used to do that. Now, my kid and your kid are on the street warring against each other, But guess what? If we had these big family barbecues that they have everyone would know each other. Anything. Everyone knows each other.
It's not just about the link-ups though. You can be doing little snaky things behind. Do you know what I mean? With these link-ups as well. It's about installing in the younger generation and even the person next to you, because they
it
might
should
not
be-
know something that I can teach them. Do you know what I mean?
I think we should do Saturday schools, things like that. You know, more educational stuff.
Yeah.
Where we're more on hands, right? Because when I was little, I used to have like private teachers come and link me because I never went school. I was bad harassed and my mum.
But it's not only that,
I'm
not
saying-
only more about.
No, but I'm saying I used to go Saturday school and I used to enjoy it because it was all of the bad man them from Brixton, and we'd be sitting there just messing about. But at the same time, the teacher was crisp and fit. She wasn't like a normal.
No. What you say? What you doing?
You get what I'm saying? A man didn't mind getting up in the morning to go and listen to what she's got to say. No, but I'm saying, if it wasn't for her, I couldn't read all right. You understand? But I had to be taken out of the normal curriculum to learn something
To get
because
something out of it.
they couldn't give me the attention that I needed.
Right.
So, but you know,
obviously-
everyone learns different. innit?
Yeah, definitely. There's
Alright,
kinesthetic
but
learning
when
and
you're doing
different things,
education, on the Saturday, are you talking like your maths and English and all of that on the Saturday?
No, but it wasn't necessarily then. What's them guys? It's not necessarily just
Like
maths
catch up
and
something.
English. You'll get because it's mentors, isn't it?
I was gonna say
So,
because you need some.
I could be your he could be your mentor.
Building
He
your
could be
self-esteem.
he
You
could
need
be
to
your
know
mentor.
Little
Peer
things like that.
mentoring.
So, yeah.
What I'm trying to say, he could be your mentor. You might be my mentor. Do you understand?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Pinky's leaving.
Oh, you gone, Pinky? Yeah.
Bye,
Yeah,
Pinky.
See you
bye.
later.
Guys,
Yeah.
alright.
Thank you.
See you later.
Yeah, you could be my mentor. He could be my mentor. So it's not just teaching me maths and English. I might learn some values from you. You get what I'm saying?
There's people in your community, that have come up and they've made it somewhere, and then they can come and put back in.
Yeah.
Not just musical artists, businessmen, people that's sports stars.
Yeah.
We know how much people do you know that's
Just
come out of the community?
experience.
Yeah, just the fact that you can come and sit down and talk. And like you're saying, for real, beyond the barbecue thing. But why I said that is because I like the idea that everyone comes together.
of course,
But
definitely.
that same come together
brings
thing
people
with
together.
your angle, we're winning.
Literally.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We've got education, we've got people to come, you know what I mean, to come and discuss things with our kids. You know, like careers officers. Because like I said, every child's different. So some children learn different from other children. But if you've got someone that notices that and can see the best angle for them, your thing might be, what do you call it? An apprenticeship. My thing might be academic. Your thing might be something. Do you know what I mean? So
Even creating more businesses as well, like us,
Literally, it's
like
important,
getting
man.
together, creating businesses.
Especially
so
in
when
the
they
black
do come out of
community.
schools and stuff like that, there is because not we
But you
do.
got to teach them to support it though.
No, but I'm saying that's what we need to
As
do.
well.
And we need to put money into our black
Into our
community.
own
Come on,
stuff.
look at Jews. Like they got their. Come on, they have their own
And it's not, I'm not,
ambulances
it's
and
not
they
a
have their
racist
own
thing.
money.
It's
They
not a
can't-
racist
Do you
thing,
know
but
what I
it's,
mean?
it needs to be done. It's
You know
not
what, yeah?
racist. It just needs to be
I tell
done.
you what, it's not even a race thing because a lot of. Well, I'll tell you what has happened. A lot of these governments and things that they put in our communities has affected more than just black people.
Definitely.
It's affected.
That's why I
everyone
said
that
it's
grows
not
in
a
the area.
racist
It's
thing.
not even
Yeah,
a race
no,
thing.
it's
not a
affected
racist thing.
You got like.
Because
whole-
it's for the poor. It's a class, isn't
That's
it?
right. It's become a class thing. So we just need to.
We need to stick together as poor people and
And
build.
step up and
Exactly,
build
that's
and
what it
build.
is.
And
Put
when we
money
build
back
all these
in.
businesses and stuff together, it's running like a pot. It's the circle is getting wealthy and healthy.
Exactly.
Saying that at the same time, it's like, you know, the people that, when we go back home, they are the reason why they got a lot more morals amongst each other is because they have
Stuck together.
less to worry about. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, like pardoners and all them things.
Literally.
Life's a lot slower.
Yeah, it is a lot
So,
slower.
like, you know, like the fact that they haven't got so much to do. Sometimes it's good for us to even let the people know abroad that it's not what they think it
Yeah.
is.
No.
Yeah, but that's
before
but you know,
we have to go back home and kind of explain that. You know, like,
This is the fast lane.
But
Yeah.
technology is helping with that though.
no,
Technology,
it isn't. It isn't. because
social media.
When you
is
go
helping.
abroad, everyone still wants to get here.
The experience will make you know.
No, yeah.
That's what you're saying.
But
But do you
people,
think that's the capitalism though?
but back in the
That's
days,
what I'm saying.
That's
So-
because, like you said, it's slower out there.
Yeah.
So they got a better respect of each other because
You
they're not in a rap barrel. They're not trying to snake each other to get to
Exactly.
the top.
Yeah, that's true.
We're over here, trying to get to the top.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put my foot in your face to get up. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the mentality.
A
Do you
lot of
understand what I'm
people are
trying to say?
selling out their
Yeah.
values to get to the top.
To get to the top.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over there, they're not even peering that. Man, he's got a nice house near and the beach is down there.
Nice.
Fruits growing in his garden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The reason why I say social media is helping with that is because you'll see people talk about, well, man, go to Ghana next year, this and that next week, yeah, Nigeria, whatever. But back in the days, they weren't showing that on TV. They will show you the bad part.
Yeah, because they weren't showing you Africa as a beautiful country.
Exactly.
They weren't. And it's wrong.
We're documenting it ourselves now.
Yeah,
You
that's
understand?
right. That's
and
right.
it's showing, man,
That's
yeah,
right,
man
that's
wants to go there now.
That's right. But it's funny because a lot of people from West Indian backgrounds are going to Africa, buying land in Africa, and setting up themselves. Why? Because this fast life, this rat race is no. You can take your money over there and set yourself up and build and install values and build and install, and you know what I mean. And
appreciate the
as a
little
community,
things, man.
Yeah, definitely.
you know what I mean. And like you said, it's horrible because. For years they've been showing us skinny little black kids with flies flying around them. They're not showing us the beauty. It's beautiful.
Because they want you to appreciate here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah? And
So they got everyone confused.
hell,
thinking
man,
that
more broke
you
here
need the
than
most
probably
money.
flipping-
And that's where they are. If you go over there, it's just
That's
pure
mad.
white
They're over
people
there.
over there. And they're telling you, don't come over here, mate. It's fucking flies all over the place. Everybody's got AIDS. You don't want to be over here, mate. And then you go over there and they're like, what are you doing over there?
Tried to keep you out, innit?
Do you know what I mean? What are you doing over here, pal? You don't like it over here, I told you.
Listen, Mark's right. There's opportunity over there. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So much.
You know
So
what I
much
mean?
opportunity.
We're here looking at fighting over these blocks, like I said in the rat race. There's not.
And this is why I say it's about where you take your mind. I'm not gonna lie, I was, like I said, I could have been really rolled, but then I've done things in it, like loads, but at the end of the day I've travelled and I've met so many different types of people, took myself out my comfort zone and been around the person that I wouldn't necessarily be around on a normal basis, and then hear how they're speaking, it's like, raw. It's turned on something now in my brain. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's about. If everyone does that and they open their mind, they broaden their horizons and open their mind, so much to see.
Respect your life, man. Respect your life, man.
The things you thought would matter wouldn't even matter anymore. Literally. Trust me.
Imagine, what's it called? I was thinking about this though, yeah? Let's say people that do the record deal and all of the record labels, yeah? Imagine there was different social groups in school, yeah? There's guys that are gangbanging now that are looking for those people that they used to call nerds back in the days to sign their things.
Literally.
They're making the
Trust
record
me.
labels. Man's got these confusing words in it, yeah? And what? You have to sign it and, like, you understand? You have to respect it. Yeah, but they're sucking your money in that. When you could have just been friends with them. Yeah? Saw them in a different way. And appreciated
It's
them,
so
showed them
true. I
value.
know what you're trying to say. I hear
you
what you're
understand?
saying still.
And there's these things happening, isn't it?
Man just got to respect themselves and other people.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean? And like you said, 100% I agree with what you said earlier. You know what I mean? Like there's a level. If you respect yourself,
Yeah,
you know
how to,
where the line is.
That's where it starts, isn't it? Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, but, yeah.
No, okay.
No, I was just gonna say, like, but remember, it's business, isn't it? Life is business. We established that our lives were business.
Become business.
Not, yeah, but we've already knew our personal things were business.
Yeah,
From when we used to say, "Well, stay out of our business" or "stay out of my business." You
very
understand?
true, very true.
So, like, let's say right now your business, innit? When you get with somebody, is you become a companionship. It's a companionship. It's a company now.
Yeah.
The children that you bring. Yeah, out they become your little franchise and this and that. This, however you bring it up, however you deal with them, yeah, is how they're gonna keep your line going. You understand? Yeah.
It's true, man.
true,
So
however
install
you
the
do
right
franchise,
things.
yeah.
That's right.
It's very true. For code of conduct, every place. That's very true. Yeah, we need more of these. And like, I say, our conclusions is like give more time, love,
Yeah, definitely.
and respect yourself.
Respect yourself.
Yeah.
Respect yourself.
Think
Believe
about,
in
go
yourself.
back into time before all these materialistic things became important, and remember about the things that actually matter to you. Those values there.
And how do just before we close? Like,
Bring them
how do we
back.
see what is respecting yourself from like how are we looking at respecting yourself? What does that mean, and what kind of actions do you do when you respect yourself?
Well, you got to love yourself for one.
Definitely.
And what does that mean? What do you got? Like, what?
Well, you know, like take care of your body, take care of your health,
Temple.
Make
take
sure
care
you
of,
can-
you
yeah,
know,
you
take
consume
watch
the
how you
right things
speak.
and the right
Take care of your
energy.
spiritual side. Take
Watch
care
how
of
you
your,
speak,
Your
you know.
relationship between you and your creator. Take care
Loads of things.
All the things. Put yourself in line for you. Put yourself in line. Yeah. With what makes you puts you at peace, and that, like you said, your whole temple's dealt with. Then everything becomes easier.
Yeah, you stick to the righteous
Do you know what I
path
mean?
and you be
Everything
rewarded.
becomes easier.
So just make everything right in within yourself.
That's right.
Don't look
And you
for
should
the
be
fast
alright.
life as well. That can drag you back, and then what you forget what you planned for. You start spending money on things which you don't need. Yeah, what you just want. Yeah, Islam's the best thing.
Tight, we're in the fast life, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you say? Wrap up episode 2.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,